Lake of the Losts. Chapter 1. The Missing Girl. The year was 1980. Officer Mitchell sat at his desk, shuffling through reports, when the chief's voice cut through the room.
Mitchell, get over here.
Yes, sir.
Mitchell stood quickly. The chief's expression was grim.
You heard about the girl who went missing last night?
Yes, sir, I heard of it.
Well, I'm putting you on the case.
Mitchell's eyes lit up.
Thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
You're damn right. I won't regret it, otherwise it'll be your ass that goes missing. Now, get moving.
Yes, sir.
Mitchell gathered 7 officers and started canvassing the neighborhood. At each door, he held up the girl's photo.
Have you seen this girl?
House after house, the answer was the same. Shakes of the head, blank stares, murmurs of no idea. 46 hours had already passed since the girl disappeared, and Mitchell felt the clock pressing down on him. Finally, a thought struck.
All right, team.
He said,
Let's head into the woods. If she's out there, we need to know.
The officers strapped on rain boots and marched into the damp forest. For 3 days and nights, they searched muddy trails, broken branches, and shadows that twisted like figures in the dark. Then, deep in the woods, they stumbled on a lake. Floating at its center was an old, rusted oil barrel. Its surface was dented and streaked with grime, as if it had been there for years. One officer stripped off his gear and dove into the water, striking out toward the barrel. Halfway across, Mitchell's voice thundered through the trees.
Get out of the water! Crocodile!
The officer spun, eyes wide, and swam frantically back to shore. A massive crocodile surfaced, jaws snapping inches from his legs. He barely scrambled onto land, gasping. Mitchell scanned the lake, jaw tight.
Too dangerous. No boats can reach us this deep in the woods. We'll have to leave the barrel for now.
They searched 2 more hours before Mitchell finally ordered the retreat.
Back to the station. We'll regroup tomorrow.
The next morning, Mitchell walked into the station, exhaustion heavy in his bones. The chief intercepted him immediately.
Mitchell, report.
Mitchell straightened.
We canvassed the neighborhood, questioned everyone. No one has seen the girl. We combed the woods and found something strange, but we couldn't get close.
The chief's brow furrowed.
Strange. Like what?
Mitchell hesitated. The image of the barrel glinting on the lake seared in his mind.
An oil barrel,
He said quietly.
floating where it shouldn't be. I don't think anyone ever saw her before she disappeared.
Mitchell reported.
We searched the woods and came across a lake filled with crocodiles. That's when we saw a barrel floating by itself. Not too rusted, but it didn't belong there.
The chief leaned forward.
A barrel? In the middle of nowhere. Did anyone try to pull it out?
We tried, sir, but the crocodiles made it impossible.
Damn.
The chief's jaw tightened.
Nobody got hurt, right?
No, sir, everyone made it back safely.
Good. Tomorrow, I want you to take a fishing magnet and drag that barrel out of the water. If that doesn't work, use anything. Just get it out and see what's inside.
Yes, sir, I'll make sure of it.
Then get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be a long day.
The next morning, Mitchell led his team back into the woods. But as they trekked deeper, a realization sank into his gut. He couldn't remember which lake it was. Mitchell stopped, running his hand over his face. The chief is going to fire my ass for this. Why the hell did it have to rain last night? The signs are gone. Damn it, Mitchell. Get it together. Turning to his men, he forced a shaky smile.
Okay, guys, let's regroup. We'll grab scuba gear and back up for the crocodiles.
Yes, sir.
The officers replied. Back at the station, Mitchell walked straight into the chief's glare.
Mitchell, what the hell are you doing back here?
Sir, we've got a problem.
The chief folded his arms.
What kind of problem?
Well, the rain last night washed away the sign we left near the lake. And, I sort of forgot which lake it was.
The chief's eyes widened in disbelief.
Are you kidding me, Mitchell? You forgot the location of the lake?
Mitchell swallowed hard.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yesterday was chaos. We were knocking on doors, running through the woods. There are 4 lakes out there, all close together. I can't remember if it was the first, second, third, or fourth.
God damn it, Mitchell. You'd better find that girl. And you'd better find that lake.
Yes, Chief.
The following day, Mitchell assembled a search party of 40 people. They split into groups of 4, each officer leading 10 civilians to a separate lake. Lake 1, nothing. Lake 2, empty, like the first. Lake 3, an old bag of clothes but no barrel. Lake 4, at last, the barrel was found sinking near the bottom. It took 40 minutes to drag it ashore. The metal groaned as the lid was pried open. Inside, the missing girl lay crumpled, lifeless. Blood soaked her clothes, her small face pale and cold. Gasps and cries erupted around the lake.
Oh my God.
One civilian screamed.
Who could do this to a little girl?
Mitchell's hands trembled as he grabbed his radio.
Chief, we've got a homicide. Repeat, a homicide. The girl's inside the barrel.
The chief's voice cracked through the static.
What the hell? Who could do that to a child?
He paused, then barked.
Mitchell secured the scene. Thank the volunteers, but clear them out. This is an investigation now.
Yes, Chief.
Mitchell lowered the radio, his eyes fixed on the small, broken body in the barrel. The case had just turned into something far darker. The scene around the lake dissolved into chaos. Some of the volunteers cried out, others cursed under their breath. One woman fell to her knees, sobbing into her hands. Mitchell's stomach churned as he ordered.
Back up! Everyone step away from the barrel. This is a crime scene now.
His voice cracked, but his men obeyed, pushing the crowd back. The radio at his side buzzed to life.
Mitchell, report.
It was the chief. Mitchell swallowed hard.
Sir, we've uncovered another body, another child, same condition, same barrel.
For a moment, there was only static. Then the chief's voice thundered.
2 barrels, 2 bodies. Jesus Christ. Mitchell, this is bigger than we thought. Lock that lake down immediately. No one in or out until I arrive.
Yes, Chief.
By nightfall, word had spread through the small town. Whispers slithered through diners, bars, and church steps. 2 little girls. Both were murdered, both sealed away in barrels. Parents clutched their children closer. Doors that were once left unlocked were now bolted shut. At the station, reporters swarmed the entrance, shouting questions. Flashes of cameras lit the night. Mitchell shoved past them, but their words clung to him.
Is there a serial killer in town?
Will the girls look out?
How many more bodies are there?
Inside, the chief slammed his fist on the desk. Papers scattered like startled birds.
Mitchell, do you understand what this means? We don't just have a missing girl. We've got a maniac dumping children like garbage in our lakes. The town's already in a panic. If we don't find this monster fast, there'll be blood on our hands too.
Mitchell stood stiff, guilt gnawing at his chest.
Sir, I'll find them, I swear it.
The chief leaned in, his eyes sharp.
You'd better, because I promise you this. Whoever put those children in those barrels is still out there, and he's not finished.
That night, Mitchell sat in his car, engine off, staring at his reflection in the rearview mirror. His own eyes looked hollow. 2 girls are gone, families destroyed, a town spiraling into fear. The image of the barrels haunted him, the rusty lids, the smell of decay, the silence when the truth was revealed, and beneath it all, a thought he couldn't escape. If there were 2 barrels, then how many more are waiting in the water? The crowd thinned, but the woods still buzzed with fear. Flashlights flickered over the black water, shadows darting like ghosts. Mitchell rubbed the back of his neck. 2 barrels, 2 children, and no clue who had done it. His chest felt heavy, but he had to stay steady.
Pack it up for tonight.
He ordered.
Nobody touches this lake until the investigators get here. Double the guard. I don't want a single soul coming near the water.
Yes, sir.
As the men moved out, Officer John lingered.
Mitchell, you think there's more out there?
Mitchell didn't answer right away. His eyes drifted back to the lake. The surface looked calm, almost peaceful, but he knew better. It was hiding secrets. Finally, he said,
I think we've only scratched the surface.
Back at the station, Mitchell barely had time to hang his coat before the chief stormed out of his office.
You've turned this town upside down in 24 hours.
The chief snapped.
Parents are screaming at me. Reporters won't leave. And the mayor's threatening to call in the feds. Do you realize what's happening here?
Yes, sir.
Mitchell said stiffly.
We're dealing with a serial killer.
The chief's eyes blazed.
Not just a killer, Mitchell, a hunter. Someone who's been doing this for longer than we thought. Those barrels weren't new. That second one was years old. which means these girls didn't go missing yesterday. They've been vanishing for a long time.
Mitchell's breath caught. The realization hit like a punch.
You think? There are more bodies, more barrels.
The chief slammed his palm on the desk.
I don't think so, Mitchell. I know. And until we find who's behind it, every child in this town is in danger.
Later that night, Mitchell sat at his desk, the station nearly silent. Files and missing persons reports were stacked in front of him. Some were recent, some older, faded with time, too many. He opened one at random. A little girl, blonde hair, missing since 1977. Another report, dark-haired, vanished in 1978. Another, freckles, disappeared in 1979. His stomach dropped. Each year, one girl, one barrel. He pressed his hands into his eyes, trying to block out the thought, but it wouldn't leave. Somewhere out there, in the dark waters of the lakes, more barrels might be waiting. And whoever put them there was still free. The thought echoed in Mitchell's skull long after the station lights dimmed. He leaned back in his chair, staring at the stack of files. The clock ticked past midnight, but sleep wasn't an option. Not when the weight of two lifeless children pressed on his conscience. The rain outside battered the windows. In the flashes of lightning, Mitchell swore he saw the reflection of a face in the glass watching him. He spun around. Nothing, just shadows. He rubbed his temples.
You're tired, Mitch. You're seeing things.
The next morning, the town was in uproar. Parents crowded the station steps, demanding answers.
Is it true?
One woman cried, clutching her daughter by the arm.
Are our children safe?
My boy's been missing since 78.
Another man shouted.
You gonna check those lakes again, or just wait till he floats up?
Mitchell tried to calm them,
We're doing everything we can. Please let us work.
but their eyes burned with distrust. Panic had already rooted deep. Inside the station, the chief gathered the officers. His voice was like gravel.
Listen up. 2 bodies mean one thing. We've got a serial on our hands. The feds will be crawling up our asses any day now. But until then, this is our town. I want every missing child case from the last 10 years reopened. Every tip, every rumor, every lake checked.
Yes, sir.
The room answered in unison. The chief's gaze fixed on Mitchell.
And you lead. Don't screw this up again.
Mitchell nodded stiffly. The weight of the town, the chief, and the murdered children all pressed against his shoulders. That evening, Mitchell walked the quiet streets of town. Porch lights flickered on early, doors locked before dark. Fear had taken hold. He passed the small church, its bells tolling, and thought of the 2 girls' tiny coffins soon to be lowered into the ground. Then, from the corner of his eye, he caught movement. A figure standing at the edge of the woods, half hidden in the shadows. Watching, Mitchell froze.
Hey, you there?
The figure slipped deeper between the trees before Mitchell could react. By the time he reached the tree line, the woods were silent. Only the sound of crickets and the distant rush of water greeted him. But his gut told him what his eyes couldn't prove. The killer wasn't just out there. He was watching. To be continued.